Okay, for social studies today, we are learning about the country Denmark. So here's some pictures we're going to go over first. So this shows a picture of cities in Denmark look a lot like this. They have canals that run through them, so you could take boats and stuff to different places. In Denmark, windmills are used to grind grain into flour. And then this is a picture of a bike through the city of Copenhagen, and there are more bikes than people in Copenhagen, which is the capital of Denmark. All of all people in Copenhagen commute to work or school by bike. So everyone takes bikes to work or to school. It's pretty cool. And this right here in the yellow is Denmark. It's north of Germany and south of Norway. Okay, so let's get started with our reading. Denmark. Denmark is a country in northern Europe. It is made up of the Jutland Peninsula and more than 400 islands in the North Sea. Its official name is the Kingdom of Denmark. Its form of government is constitutional monarchy. Its capital is Copenhagen. Official language is Danish, and the money they use is called krone. So the geography. Denmark is a country in northern Europe. It is made up of the Jutland Peninsula and more than 400 islands in the North Sea. It shares a border with Germany to the south. The country is almost 2 times the size of Massachusetts. Denmark's terrain is mostly flat, with gently rolling hills. During the Ice Age, glaciers moved slowly across the landmass and shaped the country that exists today. Denmark has a long coastline with many lagoons, gulfs, and inlets. No part of Denmark is more than 32 miles from the sea. Although Denmark is in northern Europe, the warm waters of the Gulf Stream make the climate mild. So here's our windmill again. People and culture. The people of Denmark are known as Danes. They are Nordic Scandinavians, many of which are blonde, blue-eyed, and tall. In the southern part of the country, some people have German ancestry. Danes have one of the highest standards of living in the world. All Danish families receive over $1,500 each year for each child under 18 years old. About 85% of Danish people belong to the National Church of Denmark. The capital city of Copenhagen is home to more than 1 million people. Open sandwiches, called smørrebrød, are a typical Danish lunch. These sandwiches are made of cold cuts, cheese, and spreads on a piece of dark rye bread. Danes often ride bicycles as a form of transportation. Nature. Denmark was once covered with trees, but almost all of the original forests have been chopped down. The largest mammal living in Denmark today is the red deer. There are about 300 species of birds in Denmark. During the summer, many different butterfly species can be found in Denmark. So here on the left, we have the Danish flag, and on the right, this is what their money looks like, the krone. So it's government. Denmark is constitutional monarchy. Queen Margaret II celebrated 40 years on the throne in January 2012. Denmark has the longest unbroken line of rulers in Europe. Queen Margaret II can trace her ancestry back to King Gorm in the 10th century. Although the Queen is the head of state, the Prime Minister is the head of the government. Denmark's parliament has a single chamber called the Folketing, made up of 179 elected members. Its history. People have lived in Denmark since the Stone Age, but there is evidence that people lived there around 50,000 BC. In the 9th to 11th centuries, Viking warriors from Denmark and other Scandinavian countries raided Europe. Most of Denmark's modern cities were founded after the Viking era. Denmark, Norway, and Sweden were united as the Union of Kalmar by Queen Margaret in the late 14th century. Although Sweden broke away from the Union in 1523, Norway was ruled by Denmark until 1814. During World War II, the governments of Germany and Denmark agreed that they would not attack each other, but Germany made a surprise attack on Denmark in 1940. Although the country was able to keep its own government at first, Germany took over in 1943. And now we're going to answer some questions. Okay, so our first question is, what is the capital of Denmark? Is it A, Paris, or B, Copenhagen? So if you don't remember, you could always go back to our reading and you could pull it up. So right under fast facts, we're going to see right here, it says capital is Copenhagen. So what's the capital, Paris or Copenhagen? A or B? It is B, Copenhagen. Very good. Okay, our second question. What is the language in Denmark? Is it Danish or Spanish? What do we think? A or B? It's okay. If you don't remember, you could always go back. And under fast facts, you see official language says Danish. So what language do they speak in Denmark? Danish or Spanish? They speak A, Danish. True or false? Denmark shares a border with Germany to the south. Is it true or false? Remember, if you don't know, go into your story. It'll be under geography. Okay? It says it shares a border with Germany to the south. So is that true? Denmark shares a border with Germany to the south? Yes, it is. It's true. What is Denmark's terrain? Is it A, mountains, or B, flat with rolling hills? A or B? It is B, flat with rolling hills. True or false, the Prime Minister is the head of state? Now you could look back for this one. This one could be a little hard. So we're going to look into the government. So you're going to look under government, and it says, although the Queen is the head of state, the Prime Minister is the head of government. So, is the Prime Minister the head of state? True or false? That is false. The Queen is the head of state. What are the colors of the Denmark flag? Are they blue and black, or are they red and white? And I'll show you a picture of the flag. Here's the picture of the flag. What color is that? Is that blue and black or red and white? It is B, red and white. True or false? People who are from Denmark are called Danes. Let's see. So this we want to go into the people and culture section. The first sentence says, the people of Denmark are known as Danes. So is it true or false? People who are from Denmark are called Danes. That is true. And our last question is, what is the one form of transportation in Denmark? Is it bicycles or horses? It's A, bicycles. And that is the end of your social studies for today. I hope you enjoyed it.